The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and a quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
After losing his starting job in Tennessee and playing as a backup in Las Vegas, many wondered if Marcus Mariota would get another shot to lead a team. Atlanta gave it to him this season as a bridge from Matt Ryan to the next era. Always a good runner. Don't discount Mariota as a playmaker who can win games for the Falcons. He did take Tennessee to playoffs in his second season and gained valuable experience in Las Vegas.
To the air right away, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you have to say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 41, Mariota.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. It would have been an easy throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left, tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mariota on first down. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they've got about a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Mariota. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged in with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, Mariota. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now to kick this one away.
Fielded just outside goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. San Francisco ready for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
People thought Jimmy Garoppolo was only going to be a one-year placeholder in San Francisco when the team took Trey Lance 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But then he led the 6-seeded 49ers to the NFC title game just 2 years after taking them to within 1/4 of a Super Bowl victory.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. Front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Gould is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
From out of his end zone is Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On play action, Mariota. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. When you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
To throw is Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44. Mariota now.
And complete to Drake London. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As we watch London get that first down, it seems almost unfair about what he can do on the field. Here's a guy 6'4", loves to pair over the rim and dunk on defenders, and can work out the slot as well as outside numbers. That's a big reason why he went 8th overall as the first receiver taken in a loaded class.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight to the backfield and made a tackle for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Mariota to throw it.
Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Mariota. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Davis Price up the middle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Called no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a ring tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Still 1st down.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. And that's a nice job to do it for a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Davis Price.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown pass.
And the Niners go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of mismatch in that area.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 19-yard line.
Gives it to Algier to start things off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Mariota. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave with a 3rd and just a yard. To throw, Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Here's Mariota. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. He gets a small gain on the play.
Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of his offense ready for their next possession. He had a short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he'll just get rid of it. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Garoppolo looks to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the James.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Handoff right side, Davis Price.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Playing as a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Davis Price will try to pick him up.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people. They're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Davis Price once more.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll give this to Davis Price running right.
Oh, what a move.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On play action, now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now Garoppolo. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
They'll run with Davis Price.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And right side, they're going to go option here. And this one will line up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go with a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Garoppolo now.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Goal to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice the 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A first down throw for Mariota.
Got Edwards now on a slant.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And it gets a Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Trying the left side with Algier.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
3rd down, here's Algier.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here's Bradley Pena now.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Ty Davis-Price and the rest of this offense returning to the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
He gets this one to Davis-Price.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and look a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 38, Garoppolo completes it to Jennings. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Drops this underneath for Davis-Price. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Niners in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. now to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped to the 17.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
That's a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that switch pass and saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Now they'd have the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
They'll set up the screen for Davis Price.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of first at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
First down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give to Algier from the shotgun. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota.
This pass is caught by London.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delayed game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Mariota's pass complete. Fumble on the play. Recovery by...
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, and again, it's Davis-Price.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another touch for Davis-Price.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Running left, Davis-Price.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have the meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get up the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't feel like one after grabbing momentum with the defensive play.
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice special team job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Play action now. Mariota. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
First down, Mariota. Flush to his right.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Mariota. Nifty move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps himself for 11 and a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Oh, you saw that one come. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Davis Price gets this one out of the gun.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because that incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now they go screen, it's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just try to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, offensive line, but his guys stopped up short. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, they turned to their bigger body there on the dive. Fullback dive, just couldn't get it done.
And sometimes even that bigger body needs even bigger body to help him get there. They weren't able to create a crease for him, ended up not getting the first down.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play fake. Mariota. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll get it near the 30 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 41, Mariota. That's thrown underneath to Algier, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for the passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mariota now to throw on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Mariota on first down. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's going to be brought down about the 16.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle, that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On second, here's Algier.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running back, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Mariota. Eluding pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game, get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably takeaway.
Now to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Give Davis Price up the middle here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out and stop the run. There's still enough time to this offense to move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, and keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Davis Price up the middle.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their own 28-yard line. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mariota.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
McLeod to return it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 34.
Drive starts with a run by Davis Price.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So for Kyle Shanahan, he had it right, as the challenge is a good one. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. Lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's with the number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons' 39-yard line.
Now whistles here. I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line to be favorites.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Garoppolo. Open and a Samuel complete. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't give him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Davis.
And he loses the football a second time.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
From the 16, Garoppolo.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Garoppolo now.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Now they will run it with Davis Price.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Davis Price.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Davis Price.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Ty Davis Price.
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point and lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day. Now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
To throw Mariota.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Handing it off right side, Algier.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up. Because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give them the first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mariota.
Completes to Zacchaeus. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? Then get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, happier then.
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.